the natural series Polaris subdial from Seagull. How good can a £140 watch really be? And stick around till the end of the video to find out about our very first giveaway. We are very excited, so stick around for that. Seagull. Have we just become another channel that is going to try and shill you Chinese watches that you can get on AliExpress and stuff? What do you think, Terry?
I hope not.
I hope not.
Because I absolutely hate that stuff.
I absolutely hate that stuff. But up front, we were approached by Seagull to review one of two watches. We ended up choosing the natural series Polaris subdial. And why did we choose to review it? Well, it's actually quite topical at the moment. For one, the dial is actually somewhat similar to the Christopher Ward Aeolian with that sort of sand dune design that we recently looked at in a video. I mean, for goodness sake, Terry, it's a £140 automatic watch. How could we not have a look at that? We are getting to keep the watch. But George, didn't you just do a whole video on the ethics of watch reviews and why getting to keep watches can be a bit iffy? And yes we did, but that's where the giveaway comes in. So again, stick around till the end of the video before you make your judgments, please. If you've heard of Seagull, they're a Chinese mechanical watchmaker. They actually make some very cool stuff at a very reasonable price. Let's get it out there, right off the bat. Does the dial look as nice as the Aeolian? No. If you look at it head on, it doesn't really have much depth to it, in all honesty. But when you start looking at it from the sides and start moving it on the wrist, it does start to play in the light a little bit more, and it does look rather nice. So let's go over some specs. This watch features the ST17 movement from Seagull. The case, 316L stainless steel, something we've come to expect. The crystal is sapphire. That's actually very, very good to get on a £140 watch. Case thickness of 10mm, which is a very pleasant surprise, and a case diameter of 40mm. And it wears pretty damn true to size. I mean, it's a very round case. I mean, it just screams circle. The lugs almost fade into the bracelet. It just looks like case and bracelet. It's actually a bit bizarre how it happens. Lug to lug are 46.3mm, so actually wears very nice and snug on the wrist. And what is very nice, something that I always have a soft spot for, is it's got a strap width, so a lug width of 20mm. That's perfect. Very, very nice. Thank you for that, Seagull. It's also advertised to have a 50-meter water resistance, but can't find any information on accuracy, as you can expect. It's not going to be very accurate. Imagine sort of 01 series Studio Underdog levels of accuracy, if not worse, because it's a Seagull movement. And I also can't find anything on power reserve, but I imagine it's somewhere around 40 hours. Now, looking at the dial, the only big thing of interest I can really mark on here is that pattern and the subdial. The hour markers, they're all just standard batons. The hands, nothing remarkable, no funky shapes going on there, but the subdial is actually quite cool. So it's actually sort of a compass shape. It looks a bit sort of explorer-y. Not, and I don't mean Rolex explorer-y, I mean like old-timey compass explorer-y. Like I'm gonna go out into the west and the wild. Look at that, Terry.
Oh yeah, take me to the jungle.
Take me to the jungle. We've got fun and games. We've got everything you want. The dial text is all printed on. Nothing really fabulous to say there. And the crystal is just very flat. It's just entirely flat with the bezel as well. And it is actually a bit of a fingerprint magnet, but you know, I mean, most watches are, but for some reason I've noticed it with this more. Maybe the glare or the anti-glare isn't very good or whatever, but the anti-reflection coating isn't very good. Something that does bother me though is when you go to the bracelet, it obviously doesn't have any micro adjust of any form, and it also doesn't have half lengths, so it's not really possible to fine tune it to what size that you specifically want. And let's talk about the bracelet. To adjust it, it does have split pins. No big issue there, it's a £140 watch. My Tissot PRX has split pins as well. And what's very nice is they did include a tool in the box. However, the tool's made of plastic. It just immediately exploded on me. The whole thing just snapped off. I mean, the pin also then got stuck in the link, so I had to get a pair of pliers to get that out. And then I ended up having to do the old pin and hammer technique on the bracelet. Oh, and it's just come apart even more. Excellent. That tool wasn't great, but let's keep in mind, £140 mechanical watch. It's got a nice dial. So would I recommend it? If you've only got £140 to spend on a mechanical watch, and you're certain you want a mechanical watch, absolutely, I think it's a great choice. If it were me, I would 100% get something more expensive. If it were me, I would much rather get something like the Christopher June Aeolian. If you want a dial of interest like this, I just think it's better. I think it's more worth the money. But if you are operating on a budget of, say, £140, less than 200, and you want a mechanical watch, absolutely get this over something like a Hugo Boss, over something like a fashion watch. I think this is actually really solid for the price. Now, why did we ask to keep this watch specifically from Seagull? Good question, guys. I'm not compromising my morals. We asked to keep this to give away to one of you. We also have this, the venezianico arsenale, to give away to one of you. This will be like the grand prize.
This is what people really want.
Yeah, this is what one of you really wants. I thought we were going to have a Baltic, but we had to send it back. Whereas we were allowed to keep this when I eventually messaged them saying, do you want your watch back? And they went, no, you can keep it. And I went, oh, cool. We'll give that away to one of our viewers. And we're going to get 2 F91Ws or something to give away to one of you as well. So a total of 4 watches to give away. Seagull, venezianico, and 2 F91Ws. If you want to win one of these watches, you have to comment down below, you're a sellout, and obviously like the video and everything, and subscribe to be nice. And then you email us with your YouTube username so we can check all of it and everything, verify, and then it's 1 entry per person. My email is watchyourselfgeorge@gmail.com. So comment, you're a sellout, and then email us your username. That's all you have to do to enter. The draw date is yet to be announced. We will be mentioning this giveaway at the end of a couple videos going forwards, so keep an eye on that. And guys, thank you very much for all of your support. Without you, we would not be able to do this giveaway. Essentially, we wanted to ask for these watches so we could give a little something back to you guys, because we really super appreciate your support, and Terry does as well. So thank you all very, very much. Can't wait to actually give just a little something back to you guys. I mean, having a venezianico worth £500 or whatever it is to give away to you guys is incredible. So we love you very much. If you want to buy one of these or any Seagull watch from their entire shop, go down below, use the link. You can use WYJ10 to get 10% off on their entire store. We're not getting a kickback on that. We just thought it'd be a nice little something extra for you guys. Comment down below your notes on this watch. Remember to like and subscribe. Ding that bell icon so you never miss another video. Click that join button, support the channel directly, just like everyone on screen does now, because they are amazing. And remember guys, watch yourselves.